Sly's original design was much stockier and more closely resembled a real raccoon, but over time his design would become lankier, and as a result his animations would become more expressive. Earlier builds of the game showed Sly standing straight up as you ran, which would gradually develop into a less awkward and sneakier sprint. His voice was also different, as Andrew Chalkin was cast as Sly and even served as a placeholder voice of Sly for the E3 2002 demos, until he was ultimately replaced by Kevin Miller.
Can you yell a little louder so the guards can hear you too?
No problem. I'll just use my climb move.
Sly's cane was actually designed after a question mark, and in earlier builds of the game, his cane could also become various tools, including a spray that would reveal hidden lasers or freeze enemies to either defeat them or use them as platforms. Originally, coins Sly would collect would have his face on them. This would be changed with the game's final release, where every area has its own unique coin except for the final level, which kept Sly's face. In an earlier version of the game, you would be able to collect dollar bills, which resembled the American dollar. This would be changed due to localization concerns, and I think were ultimately replaced with the clue bottles. And in an even earlier version of the game, the currency seemed to be bags of cash. Sly 2 has a hub world that never made it into the final game. It was actually the first location made and was used as the basis for all the others. It was called Monaco and took the developers 8 months to complete. Not much is known about the area, but it would have featured a mission where Bentley steals a yacht and bashed it through a casino. Many players theorize it could have been a potential second hub world for Dimitri. For Sly 1, there was a Toonami sweepstakes where winners could get one of 25 PS2 consoles and one of 500 copies of the game. In Sly 2, Tom from the Toonami network serves as a secret gadget for Sly and can be unlocked from a cheat code. There was also a Toonami sweepstakes in September 2004, where the grand prize winner would get a 24-inch TV, a PS2, and a copy of Sly 2 Band of Thieves, as well as 500 second prize winners would get a copy of the game. For Sly 3, there was yet another Toonami sweepstakes in September 2005, where $10,000 and a copy of the game were given away, and there's a cheat code where Sly's biplane gets a Toonami-themed paint job. In the July 2005 prototype versions of Sly 3, vaults can be found throughout the game, suggesting that clue bottles may have once been considered for the game. There is a scrapped mission in Sly 2 where Sly rides a helicopter in Paris to enter the back of Dimitri's nightclub. The treasure Lutrella Nivedensis is Daxter from Jak and Daxter. Medieval Metal Man is Clank from Ratchet and Clank. If you collect all masks in the game, you can unlock Paul's amp weapon from Infamous. Competition was done in which players could design treasures for Sly 4, which would be included in the finished game. Raleigh's level was originally going to take place underwater, with one mission involving using a submarine and moving its wings to maneuver underwater. Though Sucker Punch would abandon the Sly Cooper franchise after the third game, there is some evidence that suggests they were once working on a Sly title for the PS3. The game was reportedly planned to be announced at E3 2007, and the game would feature connectivity with an also in development game for the PSP, which would also ultimately never happen. There is concept art for the PSP game drawn by comic and game artist Joe Madureira. It shows Sly in various different period costumes, suggesting the game would have explored his ancestry, just like what would inevitably happen with Thieves in Time. The concept art also shows a shadowy dark version of Sly. Unfortunately, there is extremely little known about these potential games. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you found it both entertaining and informative. And if you did enjoy it, maybe like the video and subscribe to the channel, as they would both be a big help. I have tons more videos planned and on the way, so I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.